Hello, hi there. My name is Chris Farrell. Welcome to my channel where tonight, on Tuesday, April 19th, one day before Earth Day, honey, we give you the brand new season of 90 Day Fiancé. Regular old 90 Day Fiancé, honey. There's no toe, there's no before, there's no after, there's just 90 Day. Season 9. Episode 1, premiere. Hi. I'm so excited that you guys are here. My name is Chris Fair. Welcome to my YouTube, where I often recap television shows or fun entertainment situations, some sort of like pop culture thing, that we need to break down and either recap or talk about in some way. And certainly we have that on the docket as we have the premiere episode, and I said it, 90 Day Fiance. We have all the couples to break down. Actually, I lie because, we know the tricks of the 90 Day editors, and they never give us every couple all at once. For instance, we don't know. Wait, we don't know. This is harder. These people, like where my finger is, those people, or the people next to those people. We don't know them yet. I mean, like we could deep dive and like talk about it, but like I think we have to take it as it comes. So this is who we have. Obviously, Ari and Benny is in the middle, much like if this was like a truncated version of Brady Bunch. They are, I guess the maid, right in the middle square, honey. And we have interesting peeps with some similar storylines that we can kind of like harken back to seasons past and be like, well, that sounds familiar there. We might know how that goes now that we're professionals. Okay, so what do you guys think so far? Did you like this episode? I think it's a little slow to warm, but I think and I think that that's fine because that way, when things unfold in a crazy way, it's more believable than if we are coming out the gate hot, coming in hot. I will tell you that I personally, in the super teaser for the entire season, I don't know how I feel about like Benny's sisters like throwing a drink in Ari's face. Like, we are high coming off of Usman and Kimbali, so we just saw that. We still have like Usman's drink on us that we just dried off from. You know what I'm saying? And like barely. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't know if I want to watch another drink being thrown in someone's face. And also every time I see that, I think fake. Fake. Seems fake. I don't know. Seems fake. Sorry, I have a little like frog in my throat. Hi, Erin. How are you? What's happening from Virginia Beach? Hey, Betsy. Yes, honey. Betsy. Yes. Doing a Lord's work, getting that sun. We have tea. You're looking radiant too. Thank you, my love. Oh my God, super excited. The whole season I've been missing all Chris live recast rewind gang here. Yay! Okay, so yeah, like it always had a housewife feel to it. I wonder if it's scripted. Yeah, like anytime I see a drink being thrown in someone's face, I'm like, ugh. I think like, okay, if someone was to throw a drink in my face, I feel like you would just be like, I never see anyone do that. I never see someone go like, oh, excuse me. But you always just get someone who just like sits there while the drink is like, and it's always just like, blink, blink. I would come at someone. Mostly because it would be so shocking to me to get like a bunch of like water on me, like, how dare you? Also, like the sensory moment of it. It would be so jarring for me. I would probably like be like a little like, like caged or like cornered animal. I would just like come at someone. And I think I'd be okay with it. Like if I was to like hurt them in some way, I think it'd be fine because they like threw the first punch. And by through the first punch, I mean threw punch in my face. rum punch. Okay, so ooh, let's get in, shall we? Okay, so let's start with Kara and Guillermo. Okay, so I don't have everyone's picture, but I will have some. So Karen and Guillermo are actually right here. So Kara is um 29 from Charlottesville, Virginia, and Guillermo is 23, honey. He's from Venezuela, but they met when she was working in the DR. Now in COVID, she's now a balloon artist, a balloon person. So she makes balloon arches, fun looking balloon arches for like various things, like that's there was a lot of fun women that had some extra time on their hands that decided to pick something up. And she says that, like how many, and you tell me in your comments if you know people during the pandemic that did any of the following things: picnic businesses, cheese or charcuterie boards. We can't talk. Cheese or charcuterie boards, picnic businesses. This girl did balloon things. Now, my cousin Danielle, got really good because she has 3 kids and has to have parties all the time for them kids at these balloon arches. And I mean, you can get good at it, and I think it's pretty easy to do it. You just make them, you just blow up the balloons, honey. You're just you're just tying them, and yeah, it's annoying to carry them. It's not hard in the sense of they do look great, but I think that it's hard to do, but it might be worth to try it once, and then you can do it yourself. Maybe when she did it herself, I feel like she saw it and she was like, "That's a great." Now this Kara is interesting. I want to call her Kara. I don't know if she has a car. She describes herself as a party girl. She just was one of those girls. She kind of reminds me of Lindsay from Love Off the Grid. One of those girls that you just feel traveled, yes, a bunch, and she's super cute, fun loving, free spirited, and probably was just allowed access to the world in such a way that I would have never been able to. She's just one of those girls that probably just gets to float through things. She's real hot. She's just partying, drinking all the time. People are probably inviting her out places. She just sleeps on people's couches. She's okay with it, or in their bed. She's probably had a lot of fun. I don't know what she does. She says that she's down in the Dominican Republic for a job before the balloon artistry. And that's where she meets Guillermo, who, honey, Venezuela is going fucking through it. The political, Lebanon, Venezuela, there's so many, obviously Ukraine, all of this happening, but for years, certain economies and countries, political systems have just been shot, and their economies specifically have suffered so much that the people have just been living in advert poverty and just unimaginable reality. So anyway, and so he is I gotta get a job, honey. And I have 2 brothers that live in the DR. I'm gonna come out there. Now, Guillermo is hot. I mean, this guy is hot. He's hot. He's young. He's hot. He is gorgeous. I mean, he has when people's just faces fall in such a way where you're shit, just your eyes did that, and just nose, just woof, and just my God, look at the jawline, everything that came together. Kara's yeah, no, he's so hot, me and his grandmother think that he has it going down. His grandmother, I guess, said that he had sexy lips. Now, then Kara just delivers that information and no other elaboration happens. And I have every question, and none of them are gonna ever be answered. Where were you when you had that conversation? How did that conversation come to be? What was the thing that preceded that conversation? What did you say? What did he say? Does he have the lips of his grandfather? Because that would be cute if she was like, I don't know how to say, tu boca es muy caliente. Y, you know, yo recuerdo tu grandpapa, su boca muy caliente. I don't know. I mean, most of my Spanish is bad, but I'm trying to say is like, how did it go down? And was Kara like, right, Grandma? Hmm. Couple. He is hot. He is young. And I mean, when Kara says how young he is, it's kind of disgusting. But she's young. She's kind of young too. She robbed a cradle. She's, let's see, I think 6 years older, and she's 29. So she was like 27, and she'd be like a 21-year-old. And she was just like, look at him now. Look at him. You know how some young people look a little older? Guillermo kind of is that, because you know how there's like 21-year-olds that look like they're like 15, and there's 21-year-olds that look like Guillermo. And like, I'm not saying that I would hit it with Guillermo, but he doesn't look super young. Now, there are even 21-year-olds that look even older where you're like, oh my God, what did your mom eat when you were in the womb, honey? Like, it was like genetically modified antibiotics and steroids, like a diet of them, God bless. So, yeah, she says that the lips are like pillows. Yeah, she called him a beautiful young brown boy. The two white women of this season, Kara and Emily, have both sort of made passing remarks that are suspect of their true intentions and understanding of or appreciation or understanding of like what race. I mean, I don't know. I just don't know what to tell you about that one. Yes, she does say that. And yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it either. He's beautiful. He'd be a great commercial model. Oh my God, I know it. I mean, he is just he. It's funny because later on we'll be introduced to someone who says that he can sell anything, and we'll talk about that person, Jabiri. I don't know about him, but I will tell you that Guillermo could sell me anything. Honey, he could sell ice to an Eskimo. Honey, he could sell sand to a Saudi Arabian. He has the ability, he's has that charm. Jeez. Yeah, she just like gobbled him up when she saw him. And she was like, he's changed me. I used to be like such a party girl. I like never would appreciate anyone. I would just like leave them all the time. But like, he's so nice. And it's not that I don't think that Kara deserves like a hot, nice young person in her life. It's just that it hurts that it happened and I have to watch it. No, she's interesting. She's like, I don't know. Something about her seems a little fake. She wants to be like on this super high and mighty horse, and like, I don't know what she's going to do to my Guillermo when he gets there. I just want her to like treat him right. And if she treats him at all badly in the season, I'm going to be very upset because I already have picked a side and it's not going to be Kara's side. Whatever Guillermo does, it's going to be like fine with me. Memo for short. Guillermo. Mimo. I wish to call him. I want him to be mine. Not in a gross way because I'm much older, but like in a way that is like a little like, yeah. I mean, just God, she just gets him. Kara is really, really pretty. In fact, Kara reminds me a little bit of, I have a friend who is a commercial actress, and do you know her name? Well, her name is Milana, but she's a T-Mobile girl. She kind of looks like Kara. I didn't bring up a picture of her, but if you know what I'm talking about. I think Milana is really beautiful. So I think Kara's really pretty too. So listen, that's what happened. Now the COVID thing happened, so they've been like not being able to hang out because that mysterious job, my loves, that she had in the DR also just went away. I don't know what happened, but it didn't last, that job. And that's when she started picking up the balloon artistry, honey. And yeah, like what is what is he going to do? And how does she pay for him to come to America? Like, isn't that so expensive? And she's going to be on the hook for like $10,000. I mean, like, is the balloon business popping? See what I did? If you want to give me a little balloon emoji for my wit. Oh, wait. Her freckles are nice. Her freckles are nice. Oh, sorry. Her freckles are nice. People don't also think that I like her freckles. I think she's cute. Kara has a Cupid doll, old Hollywood face. Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does. You just know who I'm talking. Like, I should bring up my friend Milana. You know who? Let me up and see. I think she looks just like Milana. Well, not just like her. I think that just enough where I was like, oh, yeah, that's. Dee, 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 dee. Sorry, this is live. You know what happens. Dee, 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 dee. Does it look like this kind of? Okay, so let's go back. So this is Kara. Okay, she has red hair. She's right where my face is. I wish I could push her out of the way and just put my face by Guillermo's. This is Milana. You know what I'm saying? Huge, like baby doll eyes. Just like that kind of like pretty open face, looks like sweet. Yeah, it is kind of old Hollywood. Thank you for my balloon referencing. Yeah, her business be poppin'. So yeah, I don't know how she's gonna pay for him to come over, but honey, that's what's happening. And they live together there. She was just like obsessed, and she just like, he changed me, he made me better. I mean, they got a dog. The dog is very cute. She FaceTimes him with the dog, the whole thing with them is that this weird thing is okay. So for some reason, he has an expired passport. And because Venezuela is like going through it, honey, he just like can't get it fixed or get the new one, or it's awkward or not going to happen or whatever it is. But because this is how it's explained to us, America knows the issues with Venezuela and likes the Venezuelans. They are sometimes chill, but it's still weird. So what they're going to do is that Kara's just going to go out and meet him and then fly with him like an escort to America, like an American escort. Not one that is a sex worker. Not that sex workers are bad. In this situation, just not a sex worker, an airline escort. However, it's interesting, like, what does she think she's going to do if they have an issue with his passport? Are they going to be like, oh, Mr. Guillermo, hot person, it's expired. Excuse me, no, it's not. It's not. My name is Kara. I do balloons. Do you want a free balloon thing? Here's the thing. It's not expired. It's okay, right? I got this. I have cute, big eyes. It's interesting. But here's the thing. It's like when I kind of went back to like, I think Kara probably was one of those like hot girls that just got to go around and get free things done to her and great experiences, and like things just open themselves up for her. So that's the kind of life that she's always had. So it's like not a big deal that like he has a expired passport. Do you know how many times that she like probably got into like bars with like expired IDs, and you know how many times she's like traveled with drugs, and how many times she's been through much harder situations than a dumb expired passport. Guillermo, come on, don't be such a crybaby, Guillermo. I think that Kara has like lived, is what I'm saying. I think she's a little. I think she's had to be a little street smart. Now, having said that, I'm not saying that she is smart. I think that she is going to be taken down a notch in some way. Like, I think that if for any reason he can't travel, there's nothing that Kara's going to do to like stop him from being either like escorted from the terminal or whatnot. Not going to happen, Kara, unless you show me that Kara has some sort of like power. And if she does, it's going to be like I'm going to cry while watching it, because for the rest of my life I will know that this world is not safe or not just for me. That's what it is. You guys think she lives in a bubble? Or do you think that she has just been given everything because of who she is in her life? So she's just like, "Mhm, that's who I think of it is. I think the world should be thusly, and it is, because it always been has been for me. I'm Kara." So we shall see. Okay, let's move on to Gibri and Miona. Am I saying anyone's name right? Okay. You know, it's very interesting. Some of the like tropes of 90 Day Fiance before. Like, okay, so this is a Jasmine and Blake storyline a little bit, and I will tell you why. It feels like what we have is a black man who has a very strong mom who goes to Eastern Europe and meets some woman who is Eastern European and definitely high maintenance and wants a certain lifestyle, and he is not in the position to provide it. But what he can provide throughout the season is horrible sound bites of his music, or his up and coming music slash rap career. So we know that. We know this life. We slapped us in the face when they introduced us. We were like, oh God, it is so incredibly, familiar. So Gibri is from Rapid City, South Dakota, and he's 28, and then he met 23-year-old Miona while, his band was performing in her home country of Serbia. So I did a little research, and also, I think, Betsy, didn't you post on my Facebook? I think it was you. Oh, it wasn't. I'm so sorry if it wasn't you. That he actually was interviewed by a Serbian TV after the George Floyd incident, and like said all the stuff how he wants to live in Serbia because that's where he feels like most comfortable, and he has a band named Black Serbs, and like that Serbia isn't racist or isn't as racist as what Americans said they were, and how he feels more comfortable there. And he also talks he references Miona as his wife also. So yeah, Betsy, I know it was you. See? That's good. It's a crazy situation. He sometimes speaks some Serbian, so he knows some. It is interesting. She is very pretty. She looks like she wants to spend money and wants it to be, in many different ways. And he seems like he is someone who wants a really hot girlfriend and can't afford it, and is lying through his teeth of like what is available to him and what life will be like. And it looks really messy. We are introduced to his mom and dad, okay, and his stepdad. His mom he describes as a very strong biracial woman. Now, this woman, I'm excited because she seems like a character. She definitely has box braids, and I think Juan has taught me what that means, which means that you can see the plots where they took the hair from each thing. And I would say this, Christian said this, listen, This world is made up with a lot of interesting looking peeps, different types, and there's labels, right, of like races and stuff like that. But the truth is, like, because we're all like one mesh pot, like we get like a lot of different features. This woman's a very interesting looking woman, and yes, I would say she's very light skinned. And yes, if you saw her the day that the news first happened of Rachel Dolezal, you'd be like, oh, it's an epidemic. She's light skinned. Um, but that's, but people are light skinned, and she, like, they really made sure that we heard the phrase "strong biracial woman" over and over again. So they really made sure that we knew it. She's married to the stepdad, who raised, pretty much. Oh God, I keep forgetting how to say everyone's name because everyone Gibri. My cousin Monique had a friend named Jabari growing up. So I just, every time I see Gibri, I want to say Jabari. And Gibri's, yeah, stepdad raised him. Gibri's stepdad is white. They feel like Gibri has never really grown up. And in some of these conversations with his parents, it is one of the most like red flag of like, you guys didn't raise a man yet who like understands this world, because he's back. So he obviously is living with his parents, and Miona thinks that like she's just going to step foot into America, into like LA, Bel Air, and or New York, Manhattan, and not even Brooklyn. Like she thinks she's just gonna like PJ her life into like high rises, and this person is like, living in his parents' house in South Dakota and like doesn't know how to use like basic equipment. He says yes, that he is not worried about providing because he can sell anything. I don't know. Getting any sort of specifics from him is like very hard. And it makes me feel like, how like you hear like older generations being like, this generation, I am having this moment with me being like, oh, that generation like does not know how anything works. Everyone just, is it that, if you're like 21 right now, do you just think that everyone at some point gets famous and money just happens? You get famous for what, for different reasons. Like maybe like, is it that Miona thinks that she'll just get famous because she's like hot and on Instagram? And I guess is Jabri banking on the music? The music's horrible. It's bad. No, they play it. It's bad. He is like, I feel like I am a fashion artist, rapper, like he does a bunch of different mediums. It feels like he wants to be Kanye West, but it's reading a little more Jaden Smith. You know what I mean by that? I think you do. He doesn't seem like he knows like what is up. His mom and him is not excited about Miona coming to live with them. The stepdad is like, seems like it's a lot of strong personalities in one house. It'll be three strong personalities in one house. And it's funny that he said three, because Miona definitely is going to be one. The mother is one, because we've heard the phrase strong biracial woman, even though we didn't really see a woman that was incredibly like loud or strong-willed in her opinion. Like maybe that's like a silent thunder that comes. And we're supposed to, I assume, believe that Gibri is also strong-willed. So I guess that stepdad is like, you can count me out, honey. I just sit in the corner. I let them at it. I don't care. I watch Wheel of Fortune. I grab a bag of like Gardettos, but it's all the bagel chip one. That's my like favorite snack. Just bagel chips. The bagel chip. Gardetto. By the way, which is great. Oh, look at this super chat. Oh my God. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Ugh, how awesome. Thank you so much. Ooh, 22 here. Yes, we all think of this because it's the reality. Famous, the easiest it's ever been. You know, fame is the easiest it's ever been. Yeah, that's why. So everyone just thinks they're just holding out to be famous. So it's like, yeah, I could get a job, like retail job at like Forever 21, but I also could just like make a TikTok video, one TikTok video, and just blow up. So like, I'm not gonna learn how to fold a shirt, you know. Ah, here I well, yeah, I get it. I get it. I don't not get it. I said it and I get it. I get it. I said it. Okay, so okay. Okay, here's not box braids, they're sister locks. Think tiny dreadlocks. It's all her hair. Okay, 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 okay. Oh, I said it wrong. Shit. Okay, 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 okay. Thank you so much, Mashana. Think tiny dreadlocks. It's all her hair. It's all her hair. Her hair's really long. Okay. I should have absolutely, by the way, talked to Wa about this before I just said it online. Yeah, it's like because I was like, okay, so you can because it's like you can see the plots of land. This is how she described it to me that her hair comes from, that it comes from there. It's not braided though with extensions. She just individually rolled it onto itself until she made little mini dreadlocks that she like, yeah, she maintains. It's all her hair. Yeah, okay. I wonder how often because the little like plots of land are so clean. I wonder how like fresh looking. I wonder how often she has to like or I wonder what the upkeep is. But you know what? I'll ask. I'll ask. So, not her, but you guys. For a minute, I thought you were going to co-sign what Jaden Smith said about a generation. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. No, it's so interesting. I don't know. I think the whole family's crazy. I'm not quite sure. Every family's crazy. I think what's happening, like I was what we're talking about. Okay, so here's a whole. This is a whole other thing that I was thinking about. But okay, it's very expensive to get done. But she clearly just had a retouch. Okay, okay. She had them style and updo. Yes, honey. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you. I should have like literally paid you for that super chat, by the way. Okay. So Miona obviously likes that Kardashian Instagram look. Honey, she's like, like we can look at her, let's look at her. So this, what I'm saying? Like, this is a Serbian woman, like I don't know what her I don't know what her natural hair color is. It could easily be brown. She has brown eyes. No, she's definitely using fake tanner. Like that, she's tanned. Like this person is a tanned person. Uh, there's definitely a whole eyeliner, lip game that has happened for her. This person has that like Kylie pillowy cheek look. I mean, this person, and I think she's hot, is like a Kardashian-y Instagram person, right? So that's why she wants to be famous. I get that. I get that. The Kardashians are so interesting and then like their pool and like where they where they are. And even they have that brand new Hulu show and it's like I just like don't want to watch it or whatever. It's so interesting because like right now like they're all in court like fighting Black China, right? Over like canceling Rob and China, which is like so interesting because like Kris Jenner was like one of the executive producers. And so like Black China's like basically like you pulled the plug on my like very successful show. I didn't get to have season 2, so you took money out of my pocket because like X, Y, and Z, whatever she's gonna try and prove. Now it's so interesting because it's like, yeah, like Kris Jenner like was running that network at the time. She has like 5 shows on it. Like you're just like an offshoot of like her many children's shows. Like, and she's the executive producer. I wonder what your contract was with E that you thought what your power was. It's so interesting. But like she must have something on them because it's also interesting because when Kylie came up, first of all, blackfishing in that phrase, has been used for Kim before and against Kim. And yeah, she's like, I totally get it. Like there's like many different instances of Kim blackfishing and Kylie blackfishing. And also 90 Day Fiancé fans in the same vein have said it for Miona now. Okay, but going back to Kylie's blackfishing came at a time when she also like was 12 and started to look like she was like 21. And she also seemed to mimic at that time Black China style. And Black China used to hang out with Kim and Tyga. And then like obviously Kylie gets with him and like is mimicking Black China's like look, and then Black China gets with Rob and then like F's over his life or whatever, and then like but has a child and everything like that, and like now is trying to like sue them all. Like that's so much drama. And I will tell you, I would 100% would rather the inside scoop of like all of that more so than just like me watching Kim host SNL. Like I don't care about Kim Kardashian hosting SNL at all. That's something you might care about, Kim. Big deal in your life. I don't care about it. I don't care about it. And I'm someone who like studied comedy for like 20 years in black box theaters and like would have killed to been on SNL. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about you doing it. I care about people like me or people I know, people who've trained in like sketch comedy, people who know how to play characters, people who know how to like act on stage and deliver lines in some sort of like comedic rhythm. I care about that, Kim. So if you are not going to give me that, and you can't, and that's fine because it's not you, then give me like the juicy reality of your own actual life. I don't care about it. I mean, sorry, not at all, please. Anyway, so moving on. The whole thing is that so the whole thing is that Jabari, like, obviously met her, but like they might be married, but they may not, but like we don't know yet because as I said, that was like an article that came out, but we don't know like what's real. This is only the premiere episode, but it might be a spoiler, so who knows. But he has a phone call with her where he's basically like, so I really need you to hear when I say that we are going to be living at my parents' house for not like just like a week or like 2. I'm going to say 6 months, but I really mean a year. In fact, we're getting married on this property. She's like, no, we agreed on a beach wedding. Like, I just love the idea of like, in her mind like some crazy like Malibu beach wedding or like whatever she thinks, like whose money is it, like how much money does she have when he calls her she's shopping. I like that's what's like, okay, it is obvious that he's lying to her about his financial means, but what I want to know is what are her financial means. Like, it's interesting because a little bit of this thing with Natalie from Natalie and Mike was that Natalie was used to the better things in life, or Natalie was high class, or Natalie was like blah blah blue. But at the same time, it felt like when push come to shove, Natalie had absolutely no money. None. I'm not saying you have to have money to have class or da 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 da, da, of course not. But how can you expect to live the high life when what it seems like, have never known a morsel of it? I don't know why it stuck with me, even though probably everything is fake. Remember how she went, this is Mike and Natalie. Natalie had to like go to that hotel, but she like forgot his credit card and then she had to like drive back. That was the moment I was like, why won't you just pay for it? I don't understand. There's no way the Seattle Marriott is going to charge you like more than like $200. And $200 is not I don't want, listen, I'm not saying that everyone should be able to pay. I'm just saying it's $200 sucks. But I mean, like, girl, do you not have $200? Because if you don't even have $200 ever in your whole life, you don't have it. You can't just walk around like with everything just being like, you don't have nary a cent. Girl, just be happy that someone like pays for water for you. Hiccuping. She don't want no little house on the prairie wedding. Yeah, she doesn't. It's a great thing because he has to learn that like, look at that person. When you see this person, you have to know what this person is going to want and expect. I mean, you don't have to date someone who looks like that. You could date someone else who does not look like that and could easily want a little house on the prairie wedding. But you're not dating anyone that looks like that. You're dating someone who looks like this. Who, for all intents and purposes, at least, we're going to call a spade, kind of looks like a strong biracial woman. Even though obviously she's not, I'm saying, because of the black fishing shows. Yeah, it's going to be obviously very messy when she gets there and she realizes that she can't just like have someone wait on her, and she's going to have to like do things, and she has like other people to contend with. And she's just going to be complaining the whole time, and everyone's going to hate her. And at one point in the super teaser, she like tries to give him an ultimatum over like her or his family, and he's like, that sounds like an ultimatum. And she's like, yeah, good. So you can hear that kind of woman, honey. Yeah, look at her. Yep. Listen, Gibri, you better learn it now. I hope so. Is Moiana gonna throw in? I can't say anyone's name. Throw in Anfisa level BF this season. I hope to God. I want her to be like a little bit of the villain, like the villain. I like it. I like her. I think. Listen, I also don't mind hating her. I don't mind. Yeah, that's fine. Hate watching is sometimes interesting. It's fine. We all want a villain. I mean, we've also had a lot of male villains of recent, so I don't mind, you know. Oh, thank you so much for this, by the way. Love you, Chris. You're so charming and a great speaker. Love hearing you think through things in your head. Ha ha ha. Thank you so much. I'm glad someone does. No, I'm just kidding. She's definitely going to piss a lot of people off this season. I know. I've decided that I don't like either one of them. Okay. Okay, I can't wait to hear. I can't listen to Wa's stuff until after I do mine, so I'll just like speak on everything she already said. And Fiza was so entertaining. Haven't had one in a while. Way too many male villains. I know it's too many. We need a good woman one. Listen, all the Disney great villainesses are women for a reason. No one does it like us. No one can be as scary as us. No one holds the power like us. No one is as good as us. No one is smart as us. And you really want a smart villain. Okay, so we shall see. Then we also we have two more people left. Emily and Kobe. Kobe. I think is how you say it. And I'll bring back up. Oh, what a horribly pixelated version of this picture that I brought for you. I'm so sorry. Okay, that's them. Let's just talk about it. So, Emily, 29, lives in Salina, Kansas, but moved to China to teach English. It's there that she made a connection with Kobe, a 34-year-old from Cameroon. So, yeah, a little bit of a similar story that she also was like, it's somewhat similar to Kara, that she was like, I just like traveled a bunch when I was like in my early 20s, just like floated from like continent to continent, and just like the world would open its arms to me and things would just like happen. That would be fun. Like I would fall into jobs. I would just stay. I just like know what I'm doing. I just like buy like a one-way ticket. I would just be there for like 7 months, just like meet so many people. Like it's just like, I don't know why that annoys me so much. It doesn't annoy you. And I like need to work through it, I guess. Why does it annoy me? Because I said that I didn't travel when I was in my 20s, but I would be like way too scared to just buy a one-way ticket somewhere and just hope to God my world and life works out. But I guess there are people that like do it, and maybe that's what it was supposed to be, and maybe like that's one part of my personality. Like maybe I'm too like trepidatious or cautious or whatever, a little scaredy pants or whatever. That like I can't imagine just being like one-way ticket, China, bye life. I hope I pick up the language. Oh, good. Now that I'm here in this foreign country, they need English speaking teachers, so I'll just fall into work. Great. 7 months later. I mean, is that what it is? And meanwhile, I just like boned a bunch of people. She's teaching English, honey, and then she's just like partying one night, and then she like meets Kobe, and Kobe is like this like hot, very hot underwear model, like I guess from Cameroon, who like doesn't I who also like does other things. It's one of those things where I'm like, okay, but are you how much money are you making like with modeling? Like, and is it just like something that you do where you've like taken pictures in your underwear, and so therefore it would be great to be able to just say that you're an underwear model instead of being like, I've taken some inappropriate pictures. Or have you like actually made money underwear modeling? Like, are you like an Andrew Christian or whatever? I'm trying to think of like, is there a Calvin Klein Cameroon campaign? A lot of C's that I can look at. We also start to get problematic Emilyisms. One being she says, like, I just love black guys. Like, of course, I'm just gonna find like the one black guy in China. But what also starts to happen is that it gets to be revealed that Emily has had a past and has made some bad decisions in her last relationships, and her parents like hold it against her. You know what I'm saying? Because she's like made bad relationships. Oh, or bad mistakes. Also, like what happens, of course, I'm sorry, is that, she goes to like in China, like, when she like meets Kobe, like they bone, they're just like hot on hot together. And they didn't get knocked up. Like they put a baby together, like her, Kobe, God, and her womb put a baby together. The baby's adorable. And because of COVID now, she's back home. She's been raising that baby. Like that baby is like already saying words and can say dada, but doesn't know what dada really smells like. The parents are like, what's going to happen? Is he going to come out? Is he going to like help take care of you guys? You've made bad choices in your life. I guess some of her like exes have been like incarcerated. And so there's almost this like feeling that they have already felt like that Kobe has somewhat done wrong to her. Whether we don't know something, is it the thing like Asuelu and Kalani where like he hasn't sent enough money for them to be happy? That like it's like what is the actual situation other than maybe it is that, but like whether he has been giving money or Emily's dad has just been paying for all of Emily and that baby. And by the way, the baby's so cute. Like it seems interesting. And what a great point. She sounds like Drew Barrymore. Her lisp is cute. Yeah, yeah, yeah. She has a little lisp, and it is cute. It is cute. I think she's super cute. She when she was in China and she was like pre-pregs, she just like worked out a lot or whatever. God bless. Like got with a hot underwear model, and she just like gets pregnant. She like has a baby, and she's been in COVID in America, and just like not living that Chinese life, honey. And she's, gotten a little soft, and she's like worried about that. She's like the working class Midwestern version of Ari, including with a sister who hates her. Oh my God. Um, her dad wants to domesticate Kobe, his words. Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't even, I like was, do you want to domesticate your daughter or like, is that what it is? Because you don't know Kobe. You don't know him. Okay, look who's here. Tee hee hee. Um, They know their daughter's history well enough to know she doesn't pick good men, so I kind of get it. The parents just want to know how bad this potential train wreck will actually be. I always think like, okay, but how come like you're disparaging, or how come like you're, I don't know, like I feel like they need to focus their disparaging remarks and or like dismissive and or like not dismissive but disappointed tone to really really be like aimed at Emily so she understands that she's the one that's made these choices and to stop making them, please. I think she will though. I think that she like had this baby. I think she doesn't want to party anymore. You know, I think that she just like wants her hot husband here and just to like raise this baby with her hot husband for everything to be okay. And listen, is it going to be okay? Well, of course not. We know that life. However, there's a possibility that she turns into a Libby. Maybe she gets her hot Andre. Libby knows what it's like to have sisters that hate her. We've been around the block. So there's only a couple ways this thing can shake out, and we've even seen the way that it can shake out before. I mean, how many times can you like flip a coin before you realize like there's two options, honey, and we know what both of them look like. Isn't Libby trash though? Mr. Teal Snow, that's after knowing Libby for like many seasons. We don't know this person. We don't know this Emily person. We just met this person. So we have our last couple to talk about of the people that are on this episode, because of course, even though we know Ari and Benny, they have not been shown to us yet. We also didn't learn about Yvette and Muhammad, nor Patrick and someone maybe named Taze or Ty. Basically, the people we're not learning the people like on the top row, but we're going to talk about the people on the top row on this side right now. So our last couple, and certainly not our least, which I actually saved them for last because I really was excited to talk about them with you, is Bilal and Shida. Here's them. Here's their own picture. Not to be confused with Bilal's ex-wife, Shahida. But this is his new wife, Shida. 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 Okay, so it's very interesting because we feel like we open with Bilal and we are supposed to hang our hat a little bit on him in that he feels like one of the central people of the season. It feels like there should be a stability in him. He has a job. He's been married. He has kids. He almost in a little bit of that way is kind of like a Michael and Juliana, someone who is successful, who's been around the block, who now after like having lived and having made some mistakes or whatever, understands what he wants and needs. And that brings us to Shida. So Bilal is Muslim and Shida is too. I think they met. I actually don't know. I forgot where they met. Do I have it written down here? No. She's from Trinidad and Tobago. He's from Missouri. He's 42 and she's 37. I was interested in like she's a little up there in the age in the sense that she wants to be a mom and hasn't had, I don't think, any kids yet, nor she's been married. She's gorgeous. She lives with her parents. I want to know more. What is her dating history? Can we hear from her? The thing about 90 Day Fiance is when we open and we listen to so much of the American in the very beginning, it feels like uneven because we don't get that much of like the foundational information for the other people. And like, we got a lot about, Bilal. We got like a whole conversation where, we got like a little fake. He's a real estate investor and realtor, honey. He's like, I'm going to show a client a house. But the fake is the client is blah, 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 his ex wife and mother of his kids, who has a very similar name to the woman that he's with now. Okay. And they look very similar, God bless. So we don't really know exactly why they didn't work together. He says that that's whether he or her, but maybe him, one of them just woke up and realized they weren't in love with the other one. They have 2 kids. The kids are cute. And so, yeah, he's showing the ex-wife a house. He's like 45 minutes away. And they talk about the fact that Shahida's coming. And, like what that'd be like. And they seem to have like somewhat of a good relationship or whatever. Shahida, the ex-wife, is like, our relationship is better now than it was when we were together. Again, no mention of like why. I wish that we had gotten her opinion on why they broke up. So, he is, driving a Mercedes and he, like has some businesses going and he has a home and he's very protective of that. He doesn't want to be like taken for just for face value, for monetary face value. So he's been like kind of shady in FaceTimes with Shida. Like, honey, just like you only get these white walls with all these weird doors, but she only gets one white wall. She would just like, all she would get just be like, wait. Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought this would be better. Hi. You know what? Every part of that was a fail. And sorry about it. Technical difficulties. So the kids are really cute. He tells the kids that they're gonna come. They're like, oh, okay. Wow, great. Can't wait to meet the other mom that we're gonna have. That sounds like has same mom, but not this one. This one not, And then he starts to FaceTime Sheeta, and this is where it gets really shitty. He's like, basically like, you know what? Yeah, like I know I don't really show you a lot of the house, but like, you'll see it. You'll see it when you see it. He's super awkward about it. Like he makes it seem like like they're walking. I mean, he makes it seem like what she would be comfortable knowing since she's leaving her whole life and country is like not important. He has absolutely no wherewithal to understand that like this woman is leaving her whole life. Like, why don't you like make her feel comfortable like, so she knows in her mind like where she's going? It's so rude. Not as rude also as him being like, well, are you excited to just jump on into being a stepmom? Just jump on in feet first. And she's like, hmm, um, just like a little trepidatious since I've never been a mom, since I don't really know exactly what that is. Okay, her name is pronounced Shida. It's Shida? She is shy. In some of the pictures, I'll go back and forth between these 2 things. But like when he went to go meet her for the first time, they like hung out, or whatever. And like he brought a ring and he was like, well, if it goes right, I'll propose to her at the end. But he like kept trying to like cozy up to her and she was really shy. I guess that's why her name is Shida. Ha ha ha, not really. But like he'd be like, look at this picture. And like he'd be like taking a picture and she'd just be like, she played hard to get. And it worked because 7 days later, he was like, okay, I'll put a ring on it. But I won't let you see not nary 1 inch of my house. Also, yes, on this phone call, he's like, look, Shida, are you super excited to just jump again, feet first, into being like, new mom for my kids? Because that's what I want and need and would make me feel happy and comfortable and secure. And she's like, hey, asshole, thanks for like showing me 1 inch of your house so I know where I'm moving to since I'm leaving every comfort and known life I have here. Thanks for knowing how I'd feel. And also, I've never been a mom before. I really like to be a mom. and I want to talk to you about being parents together. Since you have no problem about talking about me being a parent to your kids, I want to talk about you being a parent to my kids. And he's like, no, we'll talk about it later. Come again? You become this plane. I don't know where I'm going. You won't show me like over like 3 inches of backboard or wherever you are. You have the audacity to be like, come be the mom of my kids, and I won't even talk to you about being a parent of like your eggs or whatever. It is very hypocritical and it's very one-sided. And when that type of behavior is displayed so outwardly without any sort of like consciousness or awareness, it reeks of like sociopathness or narcissism, where I'm just like, no. It's wild that he's hiding all this from her even after they're already Islamically married, and he said they had a Nikah ceremony. Yes. He said he doesn't want her to only want him for his money, but he says having money in a house and a career is a big part of who he is. And the ex-wife said he's flashy on social media. Oh, yeah. And he's like, no, I'm not. And the ex-wife's like, you know, he seems like a little bit like Michael, right? Of Juliana and Michael and Sarah. By the way, in that situation, Michael just like was like, oh, by the way, I'm being sued by Sarah, my ex-wife's new ex-husband or husband after me. I'm not quite sure. That Joey guy, because supposedly Michael's dog bit Joey when Joey and Sarah were living with Michael and Juliana. And in the IG post of Michael being like, can you believe this asshole suing me? As the asshole, but he goes, and they were living rent free with me and Juliana. We won't bring up the Juliana thing too, or something like that. We did a little deep dive. I found it out. It's nice, but he's not Jeff Bezos. Oh, who? I had a baby at 42. Listen, I want to be you. Can I be you? I plan to be you. Honey, let's have one. Let's see. So, yeah, other than that, it's like it's a very weird situation. And in the super teaser for what happens next, Shida is like crying on the phone with maybe her mom or an aunt, maybe like her mom, and is like, he's different. I wish that he was like the way that he was like there. And that mom and aunt is like, get on a plane, leave him, come right now. We never want to see you with those people again. Come on. Colleen, hi. How are you? Oh, yeah. That's like, I just don't get. I don't like when men feel like they have such an upper hand to do so many shitty things to a woman they're dating and or married to. And like it if yeah, like you could also just like take things slow and just see what things are like, like she's going to see the house. She's going to see the house. At some point she'll see the house. And if she wanted to like know what you have, like, and she cared about that, she's going to care about it or not. And it seems like you care about it. Because I think, she's really hot. And you could date someone who's not as hot, but you want to date someone who's hot. And you want to like drive in your fancy stuff and like flash, flash here and flash, flash there. I think it has a potential for it to be like a good couple for the season. And I think there are great potentials for what's happening in the two or three that we haven't learned yet. I'm actually pretty excited. I wish we had had, like a week to sort of just like digest and just like our Easter and just all the candy and just like, but here we are. And I don't know how I'm going to deal with Gibri and Miona. Like, I'm not quite sure. I really hope that Miona is a fun kind of villain and not just bored over it, mean but not interesting, or mean but introverted. How Jasmine was too introverted? Like, all Jasmine, when I'm talking about, oh, what's his name? The Iggy Azalea one that we talked about before. Same sort of situation with the rapper. Um, she'd be a little bitchy, but she'd be with her sister, and then she would just sort of like keep the bitchiness to herself. She wasn't outwardly like, "Where's my red makeup bag?" You know what I'm saying? She just like had a face that like reeked of just like a little steak face. And the thing about her was annoying is she like never wanted to party, and she always just like, "That's not healthy," and everything like that. I'm just like, well, God bless, your whole face is fake. Come on, and a lot of things are unhealthy. Blake, I don't know why I can't remember Blake's name. That's how unforgettable he is. I basically only remember Jasmine's name because I think of Jasmine and Gino that just happened right now. But when I think of her in my life, in my head, I think of like broke down Iggy Azalea. Yes, Miona does not look fun at all. But what if we don't know what happens when she drinks or something? Because I think that Jibri has to be like shown what's what. I think he has to be taught a lesson. For some reason, his mom didn't teach him the lesson that like this life is hard and get yourself in a good position. Blake and Maria. No, not Maria, but I know why you said that. Um, yeah, I wonder what's going to happen. I'm excited about again the other couples, not so much Ari and Benny, but if I was to bring up, I think that we're all somewhat pumped for Mohammed and let me look at her name. Mohammed and Yvette, which is the couple on the top opposite Bilal, and the one in the middle on the top, that's that Patrick and Thigh. I'm just gonna say his thigh right now. Um, he looks goofy AF. He looks crazy. I hope that he's fun to make fun of a little bit, like in a loving kind of like dumb way. That's what I want for him. And for her and Mohammed, for Yvette and Mohammed, I mean, it's hard because I do like my older women to be a dash crazy, like not like Ryan Stephanie kind of crazy, but like I want her to have like certain strong specifics about her because she's like lived a life. And I wonder how hot their chemistry is. I don't know. Yeah, like I want an older woman couple, younger guy couple to really, really, really have hot chem. Oh my God, Chris, I dreamed about you last night. We were having a cocktail. You looked great. What a great dream. Colleen, from your lips to God's ears. Um, I wish people understood that OCD is not like people who like their things organized or wash their hands. It's so much more debilitating. Sorry for the rant. You're absolutely right. It's one of those words people use a lot. I'm sorry if I did, but it's true. Um, Patrick doesn't know what's coming from him. I get it. Which couples from last season would you like to see again? That's a great question. Yes, I'll ask that a question. Can I say Ari looks a bit woozy in that picture? Honey, she was in Colleen's dream with the cocktails. Yeah, yeah. Colleen dreamed about her. These three cocktails in. Indian dude on the bottom left living the brown dream dating a white girl. Indian dude on the brown. Oh my Indian. What are you talking about, Mr. Teal Snow? That's Guillermo. Mr. Teal Snow, did you not watch it? That's Guillermo. He's from Venezuela. Yeah, he's so hot, by the way. He's not living. I mean, by the way, you say sometimes smart things, but this is not your thing. A, because he's not Indian, but also B, because he is so hot. It is otherworldly. Okay, let's bring up. Let me put this away. I mean, like God bless. He can do a lot here. Okay, well, look at that face. Even his grandma's like, those lips, honey. Those lips, they can stay. Okay, which couples? Okay, so having said that, that's all I have for those couples. That's what we have for the premiere. Those are all the people that we got exposed to. We can go through the season and talk about them and the new ones. And obviously, a little slow to warm episode. Like I said, nothing crazy happens, but that makes sense as they're just introducing us. But there are, of course, these red flags, these moments we have to like pick out, and we're gonna see how it all unfolds. I'm excited. Now, look at this silhouette. I love a pencil skirt and that white blouse. I've talked about this a lot because I do need more blouses. Which couples from last season would you like to see again? Okay. Um, okay. So there's the people that I would see again and I'm not proud of. Like I would like if Mike and Hamina were on again, if she came back on, I would watch it. I can usually do any couple for at least I can do good couples for 2 seasons. Like, by good couples, I mean dramatic couples. Gino and Jasmine, I can do again too. So Gino and Jasmine and Mike and Hamina. Now, it'd be bad if they were on again. I know it because there's like abuse and everything. You can really like whatever, like hang me from a cross for this. But I don't care because I'm telling you, yes, Mike and Hamina would be interesting to watch again. Gino and Jasmine, interesting to watch again. I would do it. I would do it. Do I care about Memphis and Hamza? Not necessarily, especially with what we've been laid out with. I wouldn't, except if for any reason there was drama between Hamza's sister and mom and Memphis, or whether there was like questions of paternity of Memphis's, if that all was anything to be displayed on national television, and that kind of stuff ruins a family. So I'm not saying I want it to happen, but if it happened, would I watch? Mm, would you? I think I would. Um, but yeah, Bed and Mahogany. I don't think I could do Bed and Mahogany. I think that was like really weird, and like I didn't get them the whole time. It didn't seem like a couple at all. It seemed crazy that during the tell-all they were like unedited footage of them having another moment and getting back together, and then maybe being together. I mean, like I don't understand what that was, but they seem too fake. It seems like if I saw them again, I'd just be like, well, honey, they're cashing in like an after day rate. Um, Mahogany death blocked Ben after the tell all. I'll watch Ben and Mahogany if Ben takes top bunk. I would watch Bible Ben convert Ella into a Christian fitness and yeah, so yeah, Benjamin is also selling his workout program online with whatever supplements he takes or whatever. Yeah, I would not watch Bella and Johnny, or would I? Listen, if I okay, if Johnny came to America and you guaranteed me more witch scenes and or a scene with Bella's like one or two romantic dalliances, then yeah, I'll watch it. Because you also think about this, like if you were like this is now three couples in one season, you need a sort of like easier couple. They all can't be Gino and Jasmine's and like Mike and Hamina's. You'll lose your mind. Ella said on her IG that her and Johnny will be on 90 Day Diaries. Ugh, okay, well maybe that does that mean like that 90 Day things they're not interesting enough? Watch Johnny see Ella in person at the airport. Mm. Ben needs to come to Jesus talk. Yeah. Do you see the video of Ben losing his wallet in a store? No. Jasmine is trying to get you to move to Vegas. Why? She's like, Larissa, is she really like, she just, Jasmine's like, I literally have the Larissa playbook. I'm going step by step. I can't wait for Michael to come. Angela's. Yeah, Veronica, it's crazy that like Angela keeps referencing Michael as being married. Like, I can't believe they're still married and she's just like getting all these like different work stuff. Those teeth, I guess, look better. Alina and Steven, God, I don't know. He's crazy. She's not. I mean, they were kind of boring. I wouldn't really want them, but if you needed them to fill out a cast, they're like a filler couple. Thought Jasmine wanted to move to Tampa. She claims Michigan will be too cold for her. That's true. New Larissa, she lives in Vegas. Old Larissa. Yeah, I thought Gino said something about Florida. I mean, I can see Jasmine in Vegas. Oh God, I just like that Miona when she comes, honey. Like, I wonder if it's gonna be like one of those things where they're forced to take like a vacation to New York or LA, and she gets a taste of where she actually wants to live. I kind of just want Miona to come to America and then just like find someone that like can pay for dinner for her and then just like have her leave Jabari. No, sorry, that's my cousin's friend's name, Gibri. But according to that article, they're already married. By the way, the article I'm referencing is posted in Vanity Fair, which of course is my private Facebook group you can go to where we post fun things. I don't think there's a Legoland in Vegas, honey. There's one in Carlsbad. I love you. That's so funny. I know. Can you imagine just doing the exact same thing? Can you imagine Gino living in Vegas with Jasmine? I mean, I don't know. I would wonder if at that point, if they're like, I wonder if they swing. I don't want to think about it, but I am thinking about it in this moment. I feel like they'd be like swingers in Vegas. Anyway, my loves, that's all I have for you on this, on this day. I love you guys so much. I'm really excited to like spend time with you and talk about this season and all of that fun stuff. I so far, I think that Bilal and Shida are my favorite couple because I really want her to like win. Like I really want her to come. I really want her to have all this money. I really want her to have the kids, and I just really want her to like be happy. I really want like this whole season to be like the tale of a 37-year-old being happy. So, but unfortunately, I think this 37-year-old is going to go through it. But that is my favorite so far. Yay! I love you guys. Why can't we have TLC Swingers 90 Day cast members? I mean, they have so many cast members now that I feel like they could have literally their own network where every like thing just like there could be game shows, there could be dating shows within each other, there could be well, there is that. There could be like competitions like Survivor and like Big Brother-esque things, you know, where you just have their personalities like living in homes. There's so many things you could do now. There's just so many of them. It's a huge talent pool. Gino needs blue pill. I don't think he can handle Las Vegas. And that's a yeah. You're right. You're right. Absolutely right. He does like his solitary time. Yeah, like the Bachelor Nation. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, you could do so much. Exactly. You have the resources. Talent is your resource. And boy, are they talented. God, everyone's like putting those like pictures of Stacy and Darcy everywhere. I don't understand it because it's like very hard to see what's happening in the picture because it's in the craziest filter of their lives. But like basically, it looks like they got like PDO thread lifts. But what is confusing is like so they have like crazy tape right there, and it looks like they have like an eyebrow that starts there that just goes like a graph going straight up. Like if this part of my eyebrow just they look crazy. You know what I'm saying? It looks bananas. I think that when I saw those pictures, I think that TLC is going. I don't know how much more we can have of them. It's interesting the line that we tread in between like toxicity and television. I think that Mama June is like toxic, like you know, like when she's like abandoning her kids and like smoking crack, like in drug dens, like why are you giving this person a television show? It's crazy. And once you've like repeatedly had like a family of like insanely religious, conservative, devout, sectarian Christians where like one of the sons is just like molesting all this. I mean, there's just like a lot of like things that have happened in the Discovery Plus slash TLC universe where you're like, you know, we don't know. And but Darcy and Stacy's like utter obsession with plastic surgery is it is giving a platform to people that have, I think, some mental capacity issues and what precedents and what things are we showing people? I don't know. Darcy has an OnlyFans now. Darcy was so pretty. I feel that she made bad choices in plastic surgery. Yeah, it's really intense. Oh, yeah, I forgot to do this also. Will you guys thumbs up my video before you go? Really super important. Please give this little video a thumbs it up. Like my little like algorithm, just give it a little tickle. Thumbs it up, thumbs it up, thumbs it up. Thumbs, 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 thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs it up. Thumbs, 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 thumbs it up. Like weird, like kind of jazzy, bluesy version. Um, listen, you could be at Coachella, but you're not. You could be at that Revolve festival that just like turned into like a fry festival, honey. I don't even know. Do you see that? This whole crazy. All those influencers just like can't get on a bus or just like in the heat, just like throwing up everywhere for like hours. Oh, to be young, just waiting for me to be waiting for fame to befall my generation at any time, honey. It could just easily happen. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you so much for just being part of this conversation. And I love you guys. Dr. Kurt's videos are really good. I wish they'd get therapy with someone like him. Absolutely. Okay. Thanks for liking my bluesy version. Oh no, you just got here. No, Linda. Let's get to see you. I'm sorry, Linda. People are saying it's a hot mess this year. I know. I love it. Okay. Well, let's do a little breath. Oh, you guys, I know it's Tuesday, but we're going to have a great rest of our week. We are really going to breathe, let go. We're going to let go first and then breathe out everything that doesn't serve us, all of the old energy, existing breath, maybe from the winter, anything we have to blow out for the spring, just going to get it out. Then we're going to take a deep breath and we are going to fill our lungs and our spirit and our soul with spring energy. Okay, ready? One more, breathe in. Yes. I love you guys. Thank you so much for my super chats. Thank you to my mods for being here. Thank you so much for just like all of your comments, for liking this video, for subscribing if you haven't, for my balloon comments, my balloon emojis. Of course, if you want to follow me at Instagram and Twitter, you can. I'm at Chris L. Farah. The L is for Lebanese. TTT. For any reason you want to Venmo me, you're welcome to do so. Chris Farah at Venmo. I'm so appreciative for just like you spending your essence with me. So like your time here, your energy. If you never say anything, I don't care. Thanks for even just like listening to me talk for like an hour and a half. Crazy that you would do that. Truly, I'm so thankful. I'm appreciative of it. Okay, truly. But of course, your comments, as well as the ones I reply to them when the actual video is posted. I see them. My replay gang. Thank you guys so much. I love you. I really appreciate you, and I my heart is with you. Okay. All right, baby boos. I hope you had a great Easter. I hope, or Passover, or Orthodox Easter is coming up for you all, and Palm Sunday. If that's your thing too. Other than that, it's like still spring equinox. There's been a lot of like full moons. It's a great time to like let go. So and rebirth yourself. All right, my loves. Take care of yourselves and one another and stand up for what you believe and make art. Yay. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you so much. I wish I could just like hug every one of you. Okay, bye, loves.